Okay, so this box and whisker graph is being drawn in the car on a rainy day, so sorry about the road noise and the raindrops you can hear. But basically, to draw a box and whisker graph, we need to have the data that's shown on the left. So we need to have already calculated the median, the lower quartile, the upper quartile, the minimum and the maximum. So you might need to look back and remember how to find each of those. And on a box and whisker graph, we only have one axis, which I've drawn on our graph paper already, and it goes up as every graph does in the same uniform scale on the left. So I've drawn this as 0 through to 20. Maybe this is a set of test results or something. So now the first thing we want to do is draw in some lines that represent each of these things. So we're going to draw the median at 7. So the median in the red line comes in at 7. Now we have to add the lower quartile and the upper quartiles. So now we've got our lower quartile in blue and our upper quartile in green. And you can see that I've made each of these lines exactly the same length in the graph paper. Now when you do yours, you'll have a ruler and it'll be much easier than me drawing this on the screen, so your lines will be perfectly straight. Right, the last thing to add in is the minimum and the maximum. So now we've got the minimum shown with the little orange dot at the bottom and the maximum with the purple dot at the top. And you'll notice that I just increased the length of the median, the upper quartile and the lower quartile so that the dots sit in the middle. And now we join these up into a box in order to show our whole box and whisker graph. So normally we would do this all in one colour, not separate colours for each thing. So now I'm going to draw the whole thing in red to show you what the finished graph would look like. Normally obviously you'd use a blue or a black pen, but it's quite hard to see the black against this grid. And there's our finished box and whisker plot. So from this we can see that we've got the median, which is the middle box, the red line, in our box part of our graph. We've got our upper quartile in green, our lower quartile in the blue line down the bottom, and then the whiskers reach down to the minimum in orange and the maximum in purple. And then if I wanted to, I could draw another box and whisker graph to compare things. So maybe this was the test marks that girls got, and then I could draw another box and whisker graph out the side here that might represent the marks that the boys got. This is a bit good because I've managed to get the boys having negative results down the bottom, but you get the idea about how you could compare those two sets of data.